You've got 20 square feet of your high school. 20 square feet is a metaphor for your sphere of ownership. Now listen carefully to me. This is so important. You get this, you're way ahead of the group, way ahead of stuff. You literally have 100% control of 20 square feet of whatever life. It's a metaphor. It's not a physical space. It's arbitrary. You got 20 square feet of the highway when you drive. You got 20 square feet of your family life. You got 20 square feet of the airport if you're in it. You got 20 square feet of the football stadium on Friday nights, no matter where you sit, no matter what you do. 20 square feet is the sphere of ownership of your life. And listen to me, you're the only person who decides what goes on inside your 20 square feet. Now here's the gift. If you get this, can you intuit, can you guess most people today, like when I travel around the world teaching this, do you think most people are looking inside and owning their 20 square feet, looking outside and complaining? Where are most people today? Looking inside and owning themselves, or looking outside and complaining? Read Twitter. Read Instagram. What are most people doing? Want to live like that? Want to be that person? Let's not. Let's own our 20 square feet. And if that slide is correct, and I think it is, where's culture come from? Oh, it comes from Dr. Cooper. Comes from a document. Comes from administration. No, what's that slide say? Where's culture come from? Everyone has a piece of it. And then notice, in the classroom that you're in, you shape the culture of the classroom by how you choose to behave in the classroom. You may think the teacher dictates the culture of the classroom. He or she contributes to it, but so do, there you go. You get that? We're way, way, way ahead of the game, okay? And then, so this is the system we want to teach you today. This is the fundamentals of how life works inside your 20 square feet. And it's a very simple equation. E plus R equals O. It stands for event plus response equals outcome. And here's the fundamental message. And I'll share with the mindset first and the skill set second. But here's the basic message. Outcomes in your life, the outcomes that you get in your life are not determined by the events that you experience. Outcomes are determined by how you choose to respond. It's all about the R in that equation. You literally make scores and scores of R factor decisions every day. Like if you choose to pursue something and then quit, then that's your response. If you choose to pursue something and keep going and persevere when it gets hard, that's your response. If you choose to engage with your parents over difficult things and have a great conversation even though it's hard, that's your response. You choose to punch out and ignore your parents, then that's your response. You choose to love and care about your students around you, your colleagues and your classmates. Hope Squad, raise your hand. Love it. You guys choose to help those kids that are at risk, that's your response. You choose to ignore the kids at risk, that's your response. You're making R factor decisions all the time. Now think about this. This is just a fact. The quality of your life is not determined by the E, it's determined by the, let that sink in, I'm going to repeat it. The quality of your life, socially, academically, artistically, athletically, family, the quality of your life is not determined by the E, it's determined by the O, or by the R. That's the R determines there's three kinds of events you get in life. Let's be real. Let's be real. Three kinds of events. Helpful, neutral, painful. Who gets helpful E's? Everyone. Who gets neutral E's? Everyone. Who gets painful E's? Raise your hand if you want painful E's. Yeah, me neither. Raise your hand if you get them sometimes. Okay, so what's the variable? You're going to get them. I've gotten them. I'm old enough, I've gotten a lot of them. So what's the key according to the equation? What's the key to navigating painful events? How you manage the... You're going to get them. Now, mostly we get neutral events, most of the time. But the helpful and the painful come along the way. And you don't have to be perfect at it, and please don't think that you are. I'm pretty good at this, but I mess up. I don't manage my R perfectly, but I'm better today than I was yesterday, and I'll be better tomorrow than I was. And that's the journey. Better today than yesterday, better tomorrow than. That's the journey. We're not looking for perfection, we're just looking for progress. It's not complex, is it? Is it true, though? Hey, where might this apply in your life? Is there anything in your life to which this does not apply? How about that? Clear, simple, actionable, and applicable across all of your life. I love it. So the way I look at this, she said it's hopeful because we all know, if we're honest, uncomfortable things are going to happen in life. They just are. So the question is, what's the bridge from the uncomfortable thing to a better outcome? What's the bridge? How do I get from discomfort today, how do I navigate through that to get to a better place? Is that kind of what you're saying? And the answer is the R factor. It's a toolbox. Now, it's not magic. Please do not misunderstand. There's no magic. I've talked to Pfizer about an R factor pill, and they said, too expensive. That's humor. Go ahead and laugh. Thank you. It's work. Please do not. This is interesting. It may be simple, but it ain't easy. Man, if it were easy, I wish it was. It's not. You're going to hear me use the phrase, do the work, a lot. So how do I navigate from discomfort situation today to a better outcome in the future? Well, manage my R, but I have to what? Do the work. This is how that works, okay? Now, there's a mindset first, then a skill set. So think of the mindset. Keep the mindset in mind as you're building the skill. The mindset. Now look what it says. Number one, I don't control events. Events happen, I influence them, they influence me, I don't control them. That's very important to start there, because I don't. Again, I'm not suggesting they don't happen, I'm not suggesting they don't influence you, I'm not suggesting you can't influence them, but you don't control them. There's a difference. So don't try to control events. Number two, I do control how I choose to respond. My response is my choice. That's mindset number two. Accept that. That's a way of thinking. I don't control events. I do control how I choose to respond. My response is my choice. Quick footnote. Don't equate having to make a difficult choice with not having a choice. That's in the notes. I think it's in that paragraph. Find it, underline it. Don't equate having to make a difficult choice with not having a choice. That's what 6-year-olds do. That's what the little guys do. You're big boys and girls now. You guys are in that stage of life where you're confronted with some difficult choices. Awesome. I love that. Because when you start to get to the adult period of life, which is where you're entering into, choices get more. There you go. I love it. Welcome to the real world. I love it. And that's what we're equipping you for. Number three is I earn outcomes by the quality of my response. I earn outcomes by the quality of my response. Let me translate that. The O you get is determined by the R that you choose. Want a better O? Choose a better R. The O you get is determined by the R you choose. Want a better O? Choose a better. That's the mindset. Accept it. Embrace it. And then finally, ERO is how life works. My job, get good at it. Then finally, here's the way of managing the R here. Is two different ways to manage my R. There's a line in life. And above it is discipline responses, and below it is default responses. There's a discipline R factor, and there's a default mindset. Look at the discipline R factor. Look what it says. Intentional, on purpose, and skillful. That's best version of you. And then there's default mindset. That's default R factor. That's impulse, autopilot, and resistance. That's not best version of you. Now, real quick, just so you don't misunderstand. Discipline doesn't mean punishment. The word discipline was hijacked by the punishment people years ago. I'm reclaiming it for its original meaning. It does not mean punishment. Punishment means punishment. Obedience means obedience. Compliance means following the rules. Discipline is Latin for learning. Discipline means learning. It's you making the decision to build the skills that you need for the life you want. Listen to that. Discipline is you making the decision to build the skills that you need for the life that you want. And listen carefully. There's stuff you want out of life. Awesome. But to get that stuff, you've got to build a skill necessary. Don't want without working. Don't have the want ethic without the work ethic. Don't do that to yourself. One more time. Discipline is you making the decision to learn the skills that you need for the life that you want. And as I've lived my life, and I've taught this all over the world, I've met people who wanted, but who didn't work. That's not a good place to be. There's a culture that works at Madeira and West and East and Mason. Go build it. And you got to do work. It's not easy. Go build it. Okay? So discipline is what we want. Default's what we... And all default is the absence of discipline. Is it hard to be impulsive? Nah. Hard to be autopilot? Nah. Is it hard to resist? No. It's popular, in fact. Let's do the necessary but less than popular thing, and that is be driven by discipline. Let's learn.